Listeners be advised. The Soliloquy podcast discuss matters related to the human experience and many that are sexual in nature. Due to this, some conversations may surround triggering topics such as sexual violence, self-harm, abuse, and much more. Please be advised, a list of crisis and psychological resources will be available in the show notes of this episode. With that said, let's get started with the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention please as we go through the following safety instructions.
In the event that there is a loss of cabin pressure, oxygen mask will drop from the overhead. Place the mask over your nose and mouth. Breathe normally as oxygen is flowing even if the mask is not inflated. Be sure to adjust your own mask before helping others.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Soliloquy podcast, where we step out and speak on sexuality. This is your favorite host, Vernon T. Scott, also known as Slaytor Jackson, and for you freaking motherfuckers out there, Sebastian Adams. And on today's episode, we're digging into relationships and see what, matches with our preferred and ideal romantic things and all the other stuff. But who do I have with me? Returning to the motherfucking podcast. I miss this bitch, y'all. I miss it. I miss it. Oh, she's shaking some titties. She is shaking some motherfucking titties, and I
Shut up.
see
Shut
it.
up. Shut up.
You better
Shut
let
up. I
those
was
titties
just
jump.
excited.
Let them titties jump. Let them bounce like a motherfucking balloon, bitch. Like, oh my
Man, if you
God.
don't leave my titties alone,
If you left them alone, I would have.
like leave them alone.
Okay, I
But I'm
would.
happy to be back. It's been a while.
It's shame. Hey, since you this is your first time back on season 2, do you think you want to introduce yourself again? If not, I'm okay with skipping it because if they don't know who the fuck you are at this point, they need to go back and listen to these damn episodes.
I was a staple in season 1.
And was.
I made the time.
And
But
did.
I am Shane Adams. I am one of Vernon's long list of best friends.
Yes.
We try to meet up every other year if we can, just to hang out and catch up on life. But I am, as I said, Shane Adams. I am a library branch manager. I am currently a couple months out from finishing my master's degree. Thank God, because I literally got hit with the senioritis, which I didn't think was a thing in grad school.
Girl.
Man. That first, I had one more semester. I graduate in the summer. This semester started, I think, January 5th. First day, I was like, damn, I already hate this shit.
Can I just be done?
Yes. I'm making it. I am a glorious dog, chicken, and duck mom.
Oh,
I ain't had to buy a single motherfucking egg in a while. I feel sorry for you guys after paying $15 for 18 count. Who y'all making life decisions between eggs and gas? I'm sorry.
Girl, don't. Why you had to traumatize me like that? I haven't bought eggs in a while, and I know I need to because I'm like, let me have some quick fixes. But I'm like, I'm okay with the bird flu. Like, let me give me a contaminated egg, bitch.
Man. My mom told me how much she paid. I'm like, oof.
Girl, it's annoying. Everything's so pricey for no real reason. Like
they don't increase pay.
Exactly. Like,
rent going up, gas going up and down. Gas is very temperamental.
Look,
food prices. Hell, my favorite bag of chips, Chester fries. I was so upset when I saw that 2.29 on the bag. I'm like, hold up.
Look, we are out here with the minimum wage that is 40. To get some eggs, you have to work about 45 minutes just to afford that egg carton on a minimum wage salary. And sometimes probably more than that. 3 hours of work to get some eggs. It's too much. for too
You might
little.
start doing a strange thing for a chicken egg at some point.
Girl, I'm shaking
You
some
gonna
titties
see.
for real.
Mm-hmm.
How are the ducklings doing?
They're doing good. One of my girls is finally producing eggs. I'll start getting more soon once in like another 2 weeks or so when the other
Mhm.
girl reaches maturity.
Oh, so their I guess their sex um hormones or
I
whatever finally kicked in so you could tell the difference.
Yes, I was able to start telling the difference after a couple months.
Hmm.
Like their character traits for male and female are starting to come in. The males are far more colorful.
Hmm, that's interesting. I did not know.
Yeah, we had mostly mallard ducks. We had one that wasn't,
Hmm.
but most of them were mallards, and then you can tell the male and female quite obviously between those two. The females are all brown
Hmm.
with a little color speckled in there, but they're majority brown. I just said they're mallards, Nathaniel.
Oh Lord, love it.
Sorry, guys. My fiance and I are having an argument. Well, not even an argument. We're talking about the different breeds of ducks. And I just said mallards. He was like, we depend on the breed, sir. I love you though. Can y'all hear this?
Yes. He's going in and out, but yeah.
See, you see this? To me, a bird is a bird is a bird. Him.
Girl.
Actually, man, don't get him started on chickens. To me, a chicken is a chicken. He's like, this is a such and such chicken. That's a such and such rooster. And I'm like, they have breeds?
Girl, my ass would be like, okay, the only differences in chickens that I know is a Popeyes, a Churches.
Yes. KFC, the Chick-fil-A.
Oh yes, yes for a Chick-fil-A. It's a thing now.
Like we all like I know the difference by who makes it and the cuts. I was learning a lot. I'm like a blue hint?
Look, for
Lavender.
I just have to say this and put it on record for as racist as Cracker Barrel was in their past, their fucking
Mm.
chicken is so
Ooh.
juicy and delicious. I had some of them
Man,
today. Y'all
I
can
had
cancel me
some,
if
what
you
was it?
want,
A
but
biscuit and chicken meal.
oh child.
Man, that chicken, it was country fried chicken.
Mhm.
Shit was lit. It was nice and juicy. It was hot, burnt my tongue, but I'm like, fuck it, it's
Mm.
delicious. I'm like, you know what? And they at least in the past they were straight up about it. Like, listen, we don't like the Negroes. But listen, tell me straight up if you don't like me. I'm like, you know what? You may not like black people. I respect the fact that you're blatant about it.
Exactly. Just
Now
be the
give me
truth.
my chicken and biscuits.
Ain't it? Like they were just like they own up to us. Like, look, we used to hate the blacks, but now we employ the blacks, we feed the blacks, we love you all now. But we had a racist past.
I
But
respect that so much more.
right, that's like Chick-fil-A. They're like, we had our issues with the queer community, even though they still fund a lot of,
Yeah.
non-queer
Yeah, so
supporting
it's very
things.
conflicting because I do love me a good waffle fry, and some of their
Bro.
sauces be hitting.
And they have the
Well,
best ice cream. That soft served, I don't know what it is. It'd be
what
hard
was that? So
enough.
it's like that hickory
Uh,
smoked. It was like
oh,
it looked like honey mustard, but it was like hickory
yes.
something. You know what I'm talking about?
I do know what you're talking about,
That
girl.
sauce hit.
Mm,
I'm
just
like,
their avocado ranch. It's like ever since I've tried theirs, I'm like, that's all I can get in the grocery store. If I see it, I'm just going to like I already had a thing of not wanting hidden value for such a long time because that should be salty as hell. It's saltier
man,
than most motherfucker souls out here. Oh my God.
wait.
Mm.
Is it saltier than Popeye's biscuit?
Girl, you have to be able to swallow and taste the Popeyes biscuit to tell how salty that shit is.
They just
Who
said
has the time?
they just said their biscuit is just saying.
Oh my
He
God.
said this casually while playing GTA 5.
It's like I wish somebody would walk up to me and be like, oh, I just had a good ass Popeyes chicken biscuit. What you mean? You ate the shit? How? Like, you need at least a gallon of
Man, if
water.
someone can eat a Popeye biscuit without needing something to drink afterwards, I don't. I'm scared of them.
They not. That's Black Air Force energy. I'm not fucking
No,
with
no,
that.
no, no. I'm not sure what's beyond Black Air Force energy, but that's them. They walking across Legos with no shoes
Oh,
for a
girl.
mile. Kind of energy. Like, hell no, I ain't fighting them. That's like
Not
me
at
trying to go
all.
to Waffle House and fight an employee.
And I don't know why people keep choosing. They choose violence, and they think that this
I'm
violence
like,
is not going to
if y'all
function.
want to fight someone who can't fight you back, pick your asses to IHOP or something.
Ain't it? Oh, girl.
Like, why do they always choose a goddamn Waffle House at like 3 in the morning? That's the crew that will beat your ass and then go back to flipping a damn waffle and come back to beat you up.
Because they frustrated already because they got to deal with these drunk ass people all fucking weekend, and then your ass decide to come up in here because you decide to be drunk and angry and think you got hands. No,
Man, I'm not glad when that video of that white girl catching that chair so casual, I'm like,
girl. She
I watched that
transformed.
so many times. I'm like, did she really catch that or she just ricocheted? Like, did she just like, no, she caught it.
She caught the shit.
She caught it, moved it to the side to look at the bitch, and then like threw it to the side. I'm like, no,
And you
no.
want that? You want to deal with that?
I'm like,
Okay.
y'all fought that? And they kept trying to goad her for more.
No.
I'm like, you don't leave her alone. She gonna jump across that freaking countertop and beat y'all into the window.
You need to like see this is what y'all need to do. If you are one of those people who like to fight, get a resume. Like let me know what you've been doing with your life. You've been working at this place. You've been working at IHOP most of your life. Okay, I can beat your ass. You have, oh, okay, they worked at Waffle House for like 6 years. Now they're at this company. They're a lawyer and all this other shit. Okay, I see the growth. But what you see is that 6 years at Waffle House, you think you're going to try that motherfucker? No, they did time.
Man, that's prison time for real. Like, I don't know what the. I think that's part of the job description at this point at
It
Waffle House. Can
is.
you run hands? Is that you said yes? Okay, let's go to the MMA ring real quick. Let's test this.
Look, that's part of their training. You have to at least last 5 rounds. If you can't do that, why the fuck you think you're trying to get hired here? What the
Man,
fuck?
5 rounds and still be able to flip some hash browns at that golden consistency.
Look, now I want a damn Waffle House omelet, but I told myself after they made the to-go tax 20% here, I was like, I'm good.
You know what? You know, man, they be raising the price for everything. Like I just did my taxes. I'm so happy they ain't taking my little bit of coins. I'm like, I already pay y'all already. Y'all
Hmm.
take a lot for Social Security and Medicaid. Like, don't get me wrong. I am all willing to help people get through life.
Girl, like
But damn,
I need
I
to
need to
finish
live
my
too.
I need to finish my taxes. I'm gonna do that tomorrow while I'm at work because might as well.
Man, you know what? You know what, Vernon? What the hell is this point in the video?
Huh?
What the hell is the point of this video? Like, what are we doing again?
Oh shit, yeah, you're right. We're supposed to be going into the damn episode. We done talked about everything. And look, yeah, the audience, let me go ahead and tell y'all the first 15 minutes of the episode is what I use for the clips. So, and this is within the first 15 minutes. So I'm sorry, y'all just gonna get this clip and we talking about Waffle House people fighting. Y'all gonna come to the episode like this is supposed to be about ideal relationships. And I'm sorry, y'all be okay. So
Listen, they made it season 2. They've been in my videos. They know we can't stay on track.
exactly. So part of what we did talk about in our intake meeting for this episode was like romance books and how that kind of sells a dream.
Bro,
How you feel?
man, you're not wrong. It really depends on the type of genre of romance book. So there's a lot.
Hmm.
Like I work in the library, so y'all about to hear some wild ass shit about some of these romance books. There are several different categories. There are inspiration, Amish, urban, and then like the classic fiction novel. Inspiration is literally Christian based.
Mm.
Think of a wholesome Hallmark movie,
Oh God.
and that's the book. Like the most that they'll ever do is like a quick little kiss, like a little. They might go like a little mini makeout section, but it's never more than that.
I
At
pass.
least written, they'll always infer like a little sexy moment is happening in the book.
I don't want to read that. That doesn't sound like for
No,
anybody
you'd
who
be
loves it.
surprised. Like it's very popular among older women
Oh.
of all races. There's no because we all know some godly women who like to be like, sex is da 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 da. And it's like, how'd you have kids?
Girl,
You know some of them like that.
you right. Well, some of them, it's my aunts, not my mother's sisters, but those older aunts.
Yeah. Then you have Amish fiction, which is literally in the name. It is literally based around Amish communities, Amish lifestyle. I see it more as a fetish of the Amish more than anything.
The Holiloquy podcast focuses on the variability of sexual expression. When it comes to sexual expression, we often depend on pornography to illustrate how one must perform sexually. For those who have not learned this by now, the stuff you see in porn is not real. Pornography provides a singular perspective of sexual expression that is not often the reality we see during our own sexual encounters. The Holiloquy podcast is a conversation that takes you outside of the compressed box of what many know about sex. Some of the topics we discuss includes kinks, condom usage, status disclosure, and past sexual experiences. The Holiloquy podcast steps out on sexual norms and recognizes that the norm is not the only normal. Subscribe today and join the conversation.
Amish communities, Amish lifestyle. I see it more as a fetish of the Amish more than anything because it's like
they don't shave.
He said they don't shave.
yeah, you heard that.
What? I quit. Tell Nate. I'm done with him. I have no idea how true or how false that is, to be honest. I don't know too many Amish people.
It's true to an extent, yes, because they don't do a lot of upkeep and stuff like that. It's just
They
not.
don't bathe either.
They bathe.
Ever going to a thrift store with one?
He said,
Nathaniel,
Dang,
hush over there. Play your game.
I'm playing.
Play your game. I should.
Also, providing information.
Lord.
This is who I'm marrying.
He got a lot of, I say, random information. But I would actually be interested in reading an Amish romance book for some reason. But
You should. Let me have the app for my library system. Hold on, let me impart on you some of the book titles. They are
is it like, don't tell me a title is like romance with no technology or some shit like that.
that's no. These
Oh, it's
titles are
worse.
these titles can be quite nice.
Oh, okay.
Here we
Wait.
go.
Oh Lord, I'm scared now.
An Amish Love, an Amish Garden, or an Amish Novellas.
Hmm.
Sisters of the Quilt,
Oh, I like that.
Happily Ever Amish, an Amish Candle, an Amish Bride, an Amish Miracle, Amish Hawaiian Adventures, an Amish Harvest, a Cousin's Promise, an Unexpected Amish Courtship, an Amish Clockmaker, an
Wait,
Amish Christmas Letter.
did I say cousin?
Yeah, a Cousin's Promise.
Oh, okay.
It's all good with
No
that
judgment. Shut up, Nate.
You heard.
I was not trying to judge, okay?
An Amish Quilting Bee, an Amish Christmas Bakery,
Ooh.
The Proposal at Siesta Key, Amish Front Porch Stories, Her Brother's Keeper.
Now, I'm just going to say pass.
Oh yeah,
I'm not touching that one.
that's a normal title for this particular sub category of romance books.
Like, I would say some of those really sounded interesting that I do want to like explore, but I would also add that it sounds very keyword. Like,
Yes, it's very simple because a lot of people who do check out these items, at least in the area that I work in the system that I work in, are on the older side.
mm,
So an easy title with a key phrase is very easy for them to look up.
Makes sense.
And the same thing with a lot of the inspirational fiction. It's like very hopeful and like, we're going to have a sweet love story. Then you get to the complete opposite of damn aisle, which is called the urban fiction. You know what urban means?
Yes, that's for Vernon's and the niggas. I love it.
Yes.
That's my home. That's Zane and
Mm-hmm.
I love it there.
Some of them, like, there's some wholesome ones. They're like, oh, that's so cute. That's just brilliant. Then you have Rub Me Down, Zaddy. Let's go. I'm like, oh God.
I will
They're
read
all in
it.
this, like, they're all in the same category of urban fiction. Some of them are freaking hilarious in their titles. There's one author, well, it's not even one author, it's several authors in the same series with the pseudonym of Carl Weber. A lot of this is like that fiction where you get like the dope boy's girlfriend, the like the mafia. Like there's several titles within it. There's also an author that's very popular. She writes on these books. Her name is Treasure Hernandez. Then there's the classic Brenda Jackson. A lot of hers are, I would say they're more wholesome in some of them. Like it's centered around Black love, finding peace and happiness in a more healthy way. Like
Ooh,
it's
yeah.
a generic romance setup. Some of them are a little steamier than others. Some are a little bit more uplifting. It really depends on the type of book you're looking for by her. And she's written it.
Hmm.
I really like that she writes more wholesome stories that is based around like finding somebody, falling in love, going through the conflict of it all, coming back together. Or some of them, like they even broke up. I'm like, that's also a good thing.
Hmm.
But her portrayal of love is on the healthier side. It's not centered around violence and drugs and like all kinds of stupid nonsense.
I love it. I love it. Granted, I might want to read one book with the Trap Queen and I don't
Hey,
know why. I don't know why. I just
that's literally the title of one of the books.
I fucks with it.
And then you have like the regular run the mill fiction novel. Like there's one, it's I got it because of the title. It's called Love in a Time of Serial Killers.
Oh,
Like it's based around the girl. Like she gets a new neighbor, and she's like he's super nice, well spoken. He dresses nice, has a good job, and she's like, this is a serial killer.
clock that motherfucker. I like it. Oh my God.
So it's like it's just going through her and her entire like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? No one's this fucking good.
Mm,
And I feel like that's a more accurate portrayal in this day and age because let's be real, finding someone that's like super nice and wholesome is like
no real history to them. No malfeasance. That's such a weird
yeah,
word that you
yeah.
can talk about. There's something off here. What's going on?
Mm-hmm. Like we have a friend like that. Like she's super nice. We call her Sister Davis.
Uh, well,
Well, but like
sis,
the thing is, like we know her, so it's
we
like
know her, yeah.
someone who is just meeting her, like she's too nice.
True.
Mm-mm.
But she got it.
Same thing with some of our other friends. Like they're just so nice, and it's like,
Mhm. Our friends can cut up though.
oh yeah, like because we
That's
know them personally. Someone just meeting them is like murder. Because let's be real, we've done that before. We heard the description of somebody. We don't trust them. Like
mm.
they have a body buried in their backyard right now. Nope.
As long as that body doesn't ever be me, we okay.
Yeah. So like that's one book I bought and it was freaking hilarious because the title, I'm like, that's how a lot of us are living nowadays. It's like we meet someone, it's like, I gotta Google you, homie. Hold up.
Girl, look, when I tell you, most definitely on these damn dating apps, I need to learn a
Mm-hmm.
lot more things. Like, I don't know why people got uncomfortable with Facebook stalking. No.
No,
Well,
I'm not gonna,
not
I'm
like the
gonna need I'm
actual
gonna need what you doing all day. Like,
thing. I'm like not the stalk. I mean like the
Mm-hmm.
research stage for those people who
Mm-hmm.
are new to the terminology of what Facebook stalking is. Yeah, you're researching to figure out who this motherfucker is. Like, I need to know some things. Where the hell did this person go to high school? What do they say
Yep.
on their profiles? Is their profile public or private? And what is the
Mm-hmm.
private stuff? Because can't add the
There's also
motherfucker.
there's also another subgenre of like romance novels
Hmm.
based around cowboys.
Is it gay shit?
No, no, no,
Oh,
no, 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 no. If it was, I wouldn't care. But no.
I was thinking Brokeback Mountain. I was like, oh, that's a whole
Shut your
fucking
ass up.
genre of. I need to let
No.
more people know about this. Not that I'll read it, and it's all fine, but I'm not.
Mm-mm. No, it's like I would tell people like, hey, if you're ever bored at work, there are three things I tell people to look up just for fun. Like, if you want to learn what nonsense is out there, type in Amish, cowboy, or Texan.
Girl, why are you going to do that? Why are you going to do
No,
that
no,
to me?
like Amish books, cowboy books, like romance books, Texan
Girl,
romance books, wild.
girl, I'm about to search.
And
Cowboy.
also, like the newest one that's coming up now is werewolf romance books, and half of those aren't even like books. They're on those apps that people keep that I swear lives on YouTube. I got a couple requests for some of those books. I'm like that sounds familiar. I'll Google it, like that's on an app. That's not a book.
Girl, these these are very interesting photos of book
There's always a
covers.
really buff cowboy, either in just a hat and some blue jeans,
Mhm.
or they're in a hat, blue jeans, and their flannel shirt is unbuttoned. Their chest is always super shiny with a nice six pack, a well defined six pack.
Yeah, facts, facts. I've seen the ones on the horse, but I only seen one with a dog, and that was cute. It was the cowboy and princess, and I was like, oh, it's so cute.
And also,
Um,
there's another genre, but those are mainly in the mass production paperbacks. You will mainly see these at like Dollar General and stuff like that. Those really small paperback books with the covers that made Fabio famous.
hmm
You see a lot of books like The Millionaire's Secret Baby, The Billionaire's Ballerina. There's random things with billionaire or millionaire in it.
Girl, there's this one book that I might end up getting. It's a cowboy one too. It's called Rough, Raw, and Ready, and it has two cowboys and a woman on it. Let me find out what y'all doing. Not that it says Rough Rider. What? Oh my God. Oh,
Oh, that's nothing. I see these books regularly because I have to buy them because people read them. It's like, and then I'll see the woman that will come in and get them like you nasty.
girl. Oh, this is
My favorite is the women who will send their husbands in to pick those books up. I'm like,
you
your
know.
wife nasty. Are
Oh,
you still looking?
child. Yes, girl. It's a series for it's girl. I mean, sorry. Rough, Raw, and Ready is number 5 in the series. This she got tied up, tied down. Long hard ride. Oh, branded as trouble. Ooh, rode hard, put up. Wait. Oh, rode hard, put up wet. Should have been a cowboy. Cowboy Casanova, all jacked up. Girl, I'm intrigued by you. This is Lorelli James. These are steamy. I fucks with it. Okay, Cowboys.
Texted is just as bad.
Girl, thank you for reminding me because now I have to go. Texan romance. Don't, girl. Now I'm thinking about King of the Hill if it was a romance story. That would be so fucking good. Oh my
Didn't they have
God.
like a thing? Wasn't it one of the characters think she was living in a romance novel at one point?
Oh, you talking about girl who was dealing with the Indian guy?
Yeah,
I know it's
John
Bill's wife.
Lakecourt.
Yeah, John Lake. Oh, yeah, yeah. Man, that was a good that that show was brilliant, and I need to go back and watch it. Um, not
But
now.
yeah, this is my life.
Tempted by a Texan.
Man, Texas and Cowboy have some of the wildest stories.
Oh, I'm so done. Why is this the titles? Trapped with the Texan, back in the Texan's bed. So look, all I'm getting from this is motherfuckers are trying to escape from Texas, but y'all keep bringing them back. It's not safe. It's always what the fuck Texas. It's just I just can't. Texas Lonesome, a historical Western romance collection by Alice Duncan. Okay, yeah, this is where it's at. A reunion of rivals. Oh, we're back to Cowboys. Okay, that went full circle. Um, so This is a great way to bring up the next part of this conversation. That is just how ideal relationships are formed in media. And I know, like, even when it comes to books, books have this certain, well, many of them have a
Mhm.
certain image of what the man is supposed to be like, what the woman is supposed to be like. Most definitely that damsel in distress narrative that we have out there. And media does play a role in how we look at things. It has a role in our preferences, it has a role in what we see as beautiful and what we see as successful and everything like that. So, what are some of the things that you've seen in terms of how media influences ideal relationships?
I think I brought it up several times in the past videos, even with the one about with November, like violence as a symbol of love.
That part.
Like I'm not sure what it is that makes people think that in order to show that you love someone, you have to be verbally, physically, mentally, emotionally abusive,
Hmm.
or you have to endure that.
There's a lot of that going around.
We seen a lot in several shows growing up, even a lot of music videos. I can't remember which rapper. I think it was Kendrick Lamar. Like one of his newest videos. Ooh, excuse me. Showcased it. People were like, "How is this romantic?" And people were like, "That's the point. It's not."
Hmm.
Like calling someone like constantly having to have a verbal fight with someone, calling them out their name, being called out your name is not a good way to have a relationship.
Mm. And I think a lot of people need to realize that. Like, when I think of what's those two young people's name, I probably should.
Blueface and Keyshawn.
Yes, them. They're like
Krishan
that
said
younger
Keyshawn.
than us.
Krishan.
Like
I hate
that.
seeing them in the media.
Me too. It's like this is not. And some people are like literally thinking like, well, I've
Oh,
seen
this is
people post
love.
like, I want this type of love. I want this for myself. Why? Like,
Don't love someone that's gonna bust you in the head on both sides, like for nothing. It's
like,
for disagreeing with or having someone constantly gaslight you.
hmm,
Because like their last interview together, people were they're like, "Oh, she had a meltdown." I'm like, "No, I don't care for either one of them, but I actually supported her in that one particular instance because they gaslight the fuck out of her.
mm,
Because like she was asked a question, she was trying to answer, but then he got involved and just kept bringing up something that she was like, "Listen, I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that. That's not what we're trying to talk about." But they kept pushing and pushing, and then when the host jumped in over nothing, and it's like y'all pushed that girl to that point.
hmm,
Like I, neither one of them are innocent in this behavior in this relationship because they're both just terrible for each other.
hmm,
And it's like, why would you want to stay with someone that busts you in the face, who constantly cheats on you, then gets mad at you when you message another person? It's like, no, either y'all together or you're not.
hmm.
And now that she's pregnant, I'm like, oh Lord, blessed be the baby.
Ooh, facts.
I'm
Like,
like, no child needs to be in that type of situation.
mm-mm. And people need to like really think about those kind of things. Like, your love should not hurt, and the person
No.
you love should not be hurting you. And if that's the type of love that you're accustomed to, that you've been born into, or you see as normal, just know that there's other types of love out there, and you don't have to accept that for yourself because that's what you've seen most of your life. There's other
Yeah.
ways, there's soft versions of love, there's wholesome versions of love, there's love that can engulf you in such a way that all you feel is warmness inside. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it will be scary the first time you experience that, but you can also recognize that it's okay. You don't have
Yeah.
to push that away. You don't have to fight. You don't have to yell and scream. Like, arguments
No.
happen. Yes.
Like, you're going to disagree. Like, you're never going to agree fully with your partner. You're going to have disagreements. It's how you handle those
Hmm.
disagreements that really boil down to it. It's like if you're just going to scream, fuss, and argue and call them out their name, or them calling you out their out your name, or that, or either one of you getting physical with each other, then let it go.
Let
Just
it go.
bust out, drop it. If you're going to argue. You're going to fuss and fight, but you're not supposed to be like, well, fuck you, you stupid bitch. Da da da. Or this is why da, da, like this is why I don't like you. This is this and that. It's like, hey, I don't like this. This is why. We can come back and talk about it when we both have a clearer head. Then you
Hmm.
come back, put all your reasons on the table, and you start from there.
Exactly. But, If you don't believe in therapy, I'll tell you now, believe in therapy because it does work. Like to
It doesn't happen overnight though.
oh yeah, that part because I don't know why a lot of people think that oh I just have to have one session. Look,
Well,
that
my
first
thing is like I've
session,
been going to therapy for a month. Nothing's happened.
what did you think was going to happen in that month? You thought like I think people have this romantic idea that oh I've done this one thing, I've experienced it, and boom, I'm fixed. No, therapy
Oh,
helps
I
you
talked
realize.
about this with my therapist, so therefore it's not a problem no more.
Hmm.
No,
It's a
no.
process.
The first meeting is normally talking about why,
Hmm.
and then you spend different sessions focusing on certain parts at a time. Like it's not like going to the doctor and getting a vaccination. You just come back the next year for the next one. So it's like that's not how that works,
That will be great though. Let me have therapy in a vaccine. Child, shoot me up
man.
today. Oh my God. But that'd be
Man,
expensive as vaccine.
you mean
Because
oh you mean I can get rid of my anxiety and depression in one shot? Let's go.
let's go.
Hit me up.
I'm ready. I'm
I
ready.
took the next 2 days off just in case some side effects. Hell yeah, let's go.
Just imagine what those side effects will look like. This person is having a whole ass mental breakdown for the next 12 to 14 hours. Leave them
And wake up
alone.
after that. It's like, man,
That was so
oh, I'm
good.
rested.
Child.
Let me get out
I
here
don't
doing this bicycle ride 16 miles for no reason.
look, you did you have a recording of everything I went through? Cause I don't know. I had some traumas earlier, but it's gone now, girl. It's gone.
But yeah, that's not how it works. You gotta break it down. Like I have a therapy appointment at least later this week. Like I've been dealing with a lot of stuff, which is why people haven't seen me or heard from me in a while. Like I've just been taking it a day at a time. Like I was struggling with my weight. I'm still struggling with my weight because I have a new health condition that makes it super hard to lose weight. So it's like that's been mind breaking for a bit. It's like, oh my God, I'm so ugly because of the weight. They can say like you're pretty, I still love you, da da da. But how he feels versus how I think and feel negate each other.
Mhm,
It's sad, but that's just how mental health works sometimes. People can say you're pretty. Like I get called pretty all the time, but I don't feel pretty.
mm. And that's the thing. And that
Yeah,
is
and
the
it's
thing. Like people
like
don't
I can
realize
dress
that.
pretty, I can do all these things, but I just feel like, I'm like I'm a pig in makeup.
Mm,
Took me a while to get out of that mindset. Took me a couple weeks, and it was very hard. But talking to my therapist, going back to the gym, focusing on me just a little bit more has really helped. But it was still a couple months just to get back to where I am.
mm,
So, and I think a lot of shows don't showcase that. A lot of people, what was that movie? My Big Fat Greek Wedding actually did it pretty good, in my opinion. I'm not sure if you've seen that movie, it's an older one.
it's been a while.
But remember how she felt like she was the ugly sister, no one will
Hmm.
love her. But then she started working out, she changed her clothes, she changed her appearance and started feeling better about herself. But even then, when she met a guy that she really liked, she still had those second thoughts like, oh my goodness, this is happening. Because the
Hmm.
guy converted to her religion and she was talking to her brother. She was like, what if he's having second thoughts like, I'm not worth it? Her brother's like, you're worth it.
Hmm.
So it's like people could say it all the like her family always called her beautiful. They're like, you're pretty, you're beautiful. But she didn't feel it.
Hmm. That's
Until she
the
started working and focusing on herself, then she started to feel a little bit more confident in herself. And even then those thoughts were still there.
yeah. I say another good example is season two of Love is Blind because one of the people there, she just was constantly feeling as though the dude who she was marrying did not find her beautiful, and that had her second guessing wanting to get married with to him and everything. And it was just so much that she was dealing with that, it's all in her
Uh-huh.
head because she didn't feel beautiful. She didn't feel as
Yeah.
though he appreciated her. Even though he did everything he could to affirm to her that I do find you beautiful, like stop it.
Yeah.
She didn't feel it herself. And it's like
Yeah.
sometimes you can't fix that yourself. That person has to
Mhm.
do it for themselves. And
Yeah.
oh, another great show that gives I will say a phenomenal example of how therapy works is The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. because that season two, oh my gosh, it's just like
Hi.
you see how long she's in therapy and how she's
Mm-hmm.
processing through a lot of things, and there's a lot of walls that's breaking down. And then even after that, she still has stuff that she needs to work on and
Yeah,
acknowledges that she still has stuff to work on. It's like just because you got treated and dealt with one thing doesn't mean
you
that
still
you're done
have,
with
yeah.
everything.
Because therapy is literally tackling one thing at a time
Hmm.
because you can't do it all at once. There are
Exactly.
some things that can be lumped together, like especially if they're essentially boiled down to the same main point.
Hmm.
Like for me, a lot of my insecurities do boil down at the moment, boil down into my weight.
Hmm.
Because like I said, I have a new health diagnosis that makes it I have a heart condition that makes it hard to lose weight because my heart, because the medication I take, my heart cannot reach a very high beating level. Because they always say there's an optimal level of heartbeats per second that's really good for weight loss. I
Hmm.
can't do it or else I'm fainting.
Oof,
If
Jesus.
my heartbeat reaches a certain point, I am out like a light. And then there's a possibility why I would have to go to the hospital because of it.
Yeah, we don't want that to happen. Not at all.
So, alongside with working out, I do very light workouts. I mainly focus on cardio to help build my heart rate instead of just jumping straight into it like I did before. I work focusing mainly on cardio, doing things that will allow me to increase my heart rate, but not too much to the
Hmm.
point where I might pass out, but I also maintain a certain diet. So that's been helping me a lot. It's just a bitch likes food.
Mood. Mood.
A bitch likes a good glass of wine.
Girl, that's
Like
like,
I have a bunch of healthy snacks and I eat them, but it's still like, damn, I really want my one of my favorite ice creams is that strawberry shortcake, the one on the
I know what
stick.
you're talking about. Yes, the ice
Me
cream
and Nate was at Kroger and we found a cake, an actual frozen ice cream cake.
of that.
Uh-huh.
Girl,
It was delicious.
no, I can't eat it though.
Wasn't it good, dear? It was very freaking good. We smashed that damn cake.
Girl, I can't even eat that. Ugh, Jesus.
It was delicious. What? Why can't you eat it?
Oh, so because my last doctor visit, it was they was like, oh well, based off my glucose levels in my body, I'm approaching diabetic levels, and this is
I
like the
gotcha.
first time I've ever gotten to this point. And I'm just like, how did this happen, Lord? Where was this at? I went all these
I
years.
understand.
Age, people. Age does stuff to your
Man, age
body.
be catching up.
Girl, I'm like, now I have to eat a lot less sugars, which is fine, but I haven't been eating that many sweets to begin with. So I'm like, how do I eat less?
Carbs,
Oh, true. But like,
pasta, rice,
I love,
bread.
I love pasta, girl.
Darling, I am Jewish. You know how much bread I eat?
Girl.
If you don't shut up over there.
Nate is hilarious. Call her out.
Like, there are times I get close, so damn close. I'm like, if you don't, nigga, if you don't shut your ass up, and I remember that Nate's white. Like, I'm like, sir, if you don't shut the hell up, leave me alone.
Oh God.
But no, he's just as bad as I am about maintaining a proper diet. This man, we literally went to Sam's.
Hmm.
I bought some snacks. I'm like, okay, because we needed some snacks in the house. We bought Rice Krispie treats, a thing of individually wrapped Reese's cups, and I think that's pretty much it. And we bought fruits.
Hmm.
He ate all his fruit. I'm like, okay, healthy eating. And then he set his eyes on the Reese's cups. He by himself ate that entire container in 4 days.
How?
I don't know how, but that's what happened. He literally texted me like, "Oh, we have no more Reese's cups." I'm like, "Where the hell has the container been? I haven't seen it in a couple of days." It was in our office on his desk.
Girl,
He would eat them during his company meetings.
I feel some type of way because as a person who really does not eat that many sweets, and I love me some Reese's, I can't even do
You
that.
seen how skinny Nate is too. It makes me so mad. I'm like, he's like, "Oh
Right?
yeah, I lost 6 pounds." I'm like, "How?"
What the hell? I feel some type of way, y'all. I really do. You know
But
what? I'm just going to like when it comes close to my deathbed. No, I don't think I can even eat that many sweets on my deathbed. I just cannot. I'm just not a sweets motherfucker. I'm just not.
Man, I prefer salty and bitter things.
Oh yes.
Give me give me some lemon heads. Oh,
Oh yes. Oh, I love me some sour. I do love me some sour. Oh my,
you know what, Bernie? We are terrible at staying on topic.
we really are. Like I was about to say, look, because my heart health is like phenomenal, I would just be like, let me go ahead and get something I know I should not have for my heart, like a salty.
My heart, no, I have POTS. That shit just developed. There's no pre-lining condition that leads into it. It just pops up one day. It was
Oh
like, "What's
girl.
up, bitch? I'm here."
See, that's like I hate that like when your body betrays you, like motherfucker, I own you.
I is you.
What the fuck you think you doing? Like my greatest fear is to randomly become allergic to shellfish as well as fucking peanuts because I love Reese's, I love Nutty Buddies, I love
Like
shrimp,
that. It happened to me with my
mussels.
allergy with banana. It literally just showed up one day. I love me some banana bread and banana pudding. I can make one hell of a good banana pudding, but I can't touch the banana, nor can I eat it. I make it for my dad whenever he asks, and it just frustrates me because I can't eat it.
So
But I'll see him get a big bowl and be like, it's very good, sweetie, as he wolfs it down.
look, I'm about to be like my little brother. If I ever develop those allergies, I'm just gonna have an EpiPen on me or some Benadryl because I'm just like, look, let's take that hit. We all got to go out some way, and I'm like choosing this.
I just get really, really itchy because of bananas.
Oh,
Wherever it touch, I'm itchy. If I eat it, it's a wrap. My lips swell, my tongue swell. I get really itchy.
mm-mm. Damn
But
bananas.
yeah, back to ideal relationships and media.
Exactly.
I
Yes.
don't think music helps either.
Oh God, no.
No, well, there's no thinking. I know music doesn't help either.
Girl, like Bruno Mars as well as that other dude, the
Innocent Pack,
suicidal dude, that guy. Got people really, what's his name? You
Sean Kingston.
beautiful. Yeah,
Yeah,
him,
that's Sean
Sean Kingston.
Kingston.
Yeah, like both of them had these young men out here ready to kill themselves over what?
Well. Bruno Mars is like, I'll catch. Come on,
Catch a grenade
grenade.
for you. Yes. I will not. If a
No,
motherfucker is
but
throwing a
Bruno
grenade.
Mars even acknowledged, but you won't do the same. Like
Exactly.
that whole like the whole purpose of the song is like he's realizing that it's a one sided love.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
He wasn't saying like I want to die. It's just like I would do all these things for you, but you wouldn't do the same for me. Sean
Yeah.
Kingston, that was
True.
literally like suicidal.
True. You
The
need to do
grenade was
that.
literally a metaphor. He's like, because people are like, I'll take a bullet for this person, stuff like that. That was the metaphor of grenade.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's people really would think that. Like, because some critical thinking,
Yeah.
it's a skill you gotta learn. Like, they're like, oh, I will take a bullet for somebody, I will catch that grenade for you. And I get, you know, the other person won't do the same, but some people are at that point where they think that they should be doing that. And I'm like,
Mm-mm.
don't do that. Like,
Like there's an extent. Like I know for a fact both my for all four of my parents would die for me and my siblings.
mm-hmm,
Well, that's different. Those are our parents.
mm-hmm,
A love partner, one of them be like, listen, one of us have to go, but one of us has to stay for the kids. They will figure out which one would stay and call it a day.
mm.
9 times out of 10, it'll be our mothers that would stay.
I get that. Like when it comes to like that's your seed. You gave birth to that.
Oh
And
yeah.
you love like I definitely get that. But like
They
for
raised and nurtured us, gave us all the effect well, proper parents.
mm,
I can't
speak for all parents, yeah.
yeah. Some parents should have never had kids, period.
Facts. But
But
it's
there's
like
no change that those kids are not on this planet and they deserve a happy life.
hmm it's like we should find like that healthy balance. Like shoot me in the leg, yeah, I'll take that shot for you. But if a motherfucker's like trying to murder us, can we just both escape? Is that not an option?
I'm like, y'all better start throwing stuff. I'm throwing the humidifier, the lamps, the table.
Look.
I'm
we're
throwing glasses. Is the
we're
door
trying to
unlocked?
live,
Let's eat.
trying to get out of this motherfucker. Like, what are you doing here? No. Okay. Because we've been off topic so much.
Yeah, but we still make some good points.
We
Like
did.
media does portray single, like there's nothing wrong with single mothers or single fathers, but it's now like this people see it as just trashy,
Mm-hmm.
especially when it's a black woman that's a single
Mm,
mother, but they don't ask what happened.
exactly.
Sometimes their partner's gone, like in the ground, gone. I'm like, I don't know about you, but I can't control death.
Exactly. And sometimes if it is somebody who happened to have been, sent to jail or what have you,
Like
that
something
doesn't mean
happened.
that doesn't mean that the father loves the child less, don't see the child and all this other stuff because there's a such thing as visitation. Um
Yeah.
it's like not everybody that's a single parent is dealing with
Was
deadbeats.
yeah, like not everyone's out here being reckless. Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
accidents, it was a legit accident. Like the condom broke.
Exactly.
Contraceptive does fail.
Like
That doesn't like I really don't understand when it's like, how was a birth control and still got pregnant? Like I'm like, were you having unprotected sex all the time?
it's
Like
bound to
situations
happen.
like situations like that, I'm like, you weren't properly protecting yourself at that point. If birth control isn't in game, like it's just not gonna be effective by itself. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Does it work damn good? Yeah, if you take it properly and you take maintaining what you're supposed to, but still use a condom because
Mm-hmm.
they all say like it's not 100% and it doesn't protect against STDs.
And a condom's not 100% either. At least you have a strong gamble with both.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like, okay. Now if you're being reckless, that's a whole nother situation.
Mm,
If you're just out here fucking all day and night with no condom, then it's like, shut up.
you
Now,
like
if it was a genuine accident, your child survived birth control and a condom, like fuck it,
was
that
meant to
child
be here.
strong.
Look, you better protect that baby because that might be the one that changes the world. Like, we
That
need
baby,
that baby.
that baby had a strong ass will to live. God damn.
Look, he fought through everything. That baby went through the condom, said fuck your birth control, went through
Man,
your vaginal
that
canal, your
baby,
fallopian tubes, and impregnated a whole ass egg by itself.
man,
That
that baby
thing.
went through did a GTA route. Just like fuck this. It was like fuck it. That baby stronger than anything right now. That
Look,
stronger than diamond. But
look, that,
situations like that is different. It's like they did try everything to
bruh.
prevent it, but that baby was like, "Fuck it, I'm being born, bitch."
Said,
Like
I'm,
there's because it's like with single fathers, like we said it before, not everyone is meant to be a parent.
mm-hmm.
Like just let it go. Like if they don't want to be a parent, don't force them. Please don't force them because
Yeah.
that's just not good for the child. In fact, that's worse for the child, in my opinion, because it's like you're putting that child in an environment where they're very much, very, very, very much unwanted.
Mm-hmm.
So like we see it in media is like, yes, people be are single parents, they're fabulous, they're good at it,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't go into the full scope of how it happened. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of like I've had it was a mistake. It was a one night stand. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. There's other reasons why people are single parents. We should explore this and go into it, talk about it because not everyone that's a single parent was being irresponsible.
Mm-hmm.
Some things just happened. Like someone and their partner were trying for a baby. A tragic accident happened, and it's just them and their baby now. And that's male or female.
See, that reminds me of that little Rugrats thing that people thought was a real thing and not realize that there was not a remake of, Rugrats as adults. And they had Susie, of course, the only black person in
As a
Rugrats,
single mother,
as a single mother. Like I get people's wanting to make sure that we don't further that narrative, which I do
yeah,
definitely support.
like I understood that particular point. I'm like, it is a bit tiresome
Hmm.
to constantly have to be like, why is it always black women that's being portrayed as single mothers?
Hmm.
Because I'm sure you've seen on social media quite often. People talk about single mothers, but it's like, whoa, 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 whoa. What about the deadbeat men that made that baby?
Hmm. Hmm. Like,
So it's like, don't get mad at her for being an adult and taking care of her responsibilities.
hmm
Oh, really? That's playing stuff.
like there's
Yeah.
so much that like we can fix by sharing the stories of
Yes.
other people and showing that you can still be successful. It's like we don't have to we don't have to keep doing the same thing over and over and over again just because other people feel comfortable because of that. Like
Yes.
if it fits their psychological belief that, oh yeah, because these kids are raised in a single parent home, of
Oh,
course they're delinquents. No,
yeah.
that's not the reason why they're delinquent. They're probably a delinquent because of all the social economic stuff that's impacting their lived
Mm-hmm.
experiences that puts them in this situation.
I mean, it's been done. There's a lot of research on these type of things. Like the more resources someone has, the better off they are. Like
Hmm
I play a lot of city builder simulation games. The more education you provide to an area, the better things are.
hmm
But people don't really want to talk about that because they're stuck in this narrative like,
Can't find war without us telling the educated.
I didn't catch that part.
huh?
I said I didn't catch that part.
Good. Well, he said you can't fund a war without the undereducated.
True. That is true.
Yeah, so it's just ridiculous.
Like they do need.
Just like what was it? Like there's several groups like health organizations that provide birth control to women in countries where they're just popping out kids like they're Tic Tacs. Like
Hmm
they provide sex education and birth control to these places.
It's a little bit different.
Like the women understand they can get more education, that they can do far more than just produce a child.
That's like when, even in this country, when we had a small portion of comprehensive sex ed, it had a reduction in like what teenage pregnancies and all of
Yep.
that. And then you have a shift in that where it's like, okay, we're just going to do abstinence only on this
Exactly.
fear-based education. And now it's just like, oh, now we see an increase. Why? Because we took out the aspects of that talks about more than just, abstinence. We talk about what to do when you engage in having sex with
The
people, the pleasure,
consequences.
the consequences, the all of that. When that was taken out, now you see a change. And the change is more of where we were before we had sex education to begin with.
Mhm. Like, what was I reading? It was a Reddit story. Reddit be wild for some of these stories.
Mm.
But apparently, a father was asking if he was the asshole for making his daughter watch her kid all the time. And people were like, she's still a kid. She still needs to go out and have fun. Da da da. And it's like, the dad was like, she made that decision to do adult activities. We're terribly sorry, but her life is now her baby and school.
Mm,
She can't afford to be a normal teenager anymore because she has a whole kid to take care of.
exactly.
Like she doesn't work, and her parents paid for all the baby expenses. All she had to do was watch the baby
Hmm
and take care of her own kid. I'm like, what did she expect was going to happen when like, if she had kids later and she was an adult? It's the exact same thing that a lot of parents go through. It's like their life is baby, home, and work.
hmm
I'm like, it doesn't change that pattern just because she's a kid. Like, yeah, it sucks that she had a kid young, but at the same time, it's like, was she taught properly? Was she educated on how like the consequences? But it's too late now after
hmm
pregnancy because apparently she waited till she was like 4 or 5 months to tell her parents.
Mm.
So it was like, oh, you have this baby.
Yeah, you
Like
can't.
my mother made sure I understood pregnancy. Me and my sisters understood it. Two of them didn't listen, and my mom made sure they took care of the baby. So she was like, I'll give you help when I need to,
I get that.
but that's your child.
hmm
I told you the consequences of being foolish out here in these streets. Toodaloo.
Yeah, I need for people to really stop and think that and understand that the fantasies that they have will not always be the reality that they're going to experience because it's great to live in that fantasy. It's great to think that, oh, my life can be this. But if you don't have yourself set up in the space where that fantasy can really be your
Uh-huh.
reality, then you're just setting yourself up to be disappointed. Like
Yep.
if you thought that, oh, I can have a baby and do it all and all this other stuff, I'm sorry, that's just not the reality we live in. One, here in the US, we don't have like adequate parental leave. So it's like,
Nope. I think at the most people can get is what, 4 or 5 weeks
that's it. And now you
if
have
they're
to
lucky.
manage the adjustment of being a parent, childcare, all of these things. And if you haven't
Childcare
properly
is like someone's
prepared,
full salary, which they
hmm
don't really go into in a lot of the TV shows. They just drop their kid off and pick them up.
girl, that's like,
I'm like, y'all are really misleading people about how much childcare costs.
hmm like every
Because
time I watch Charmed, I love the show. I always get pissed off because I'm like, there's no way that they're really funding all this shit that they're doing with this one even if you do own the home, ain't no way that they're really funding this. All the damage that happens in this damn house, that damn clock broke 800 fucking times in this
well, I
damn
think they're from
show.
old money though.
Okay, that made me I didn't think
I
about
think
that.
they're from old money because they don't necessarily work.
Mm. Except for Paige, they was like, "Fuck you, bitch. You gonna work."
Yeah, but she wanted to.
True that. That's a good
But
point.
yeah, but they're mainly from old money because remember they inherited a lot of stuff.
Mm. I didn't even think about that. Thanks for clearing that up because I'd be pissed, girl. I'd be like, "Oh."
No, but no, that's a good number of shows. Like they don't depict childcare costs.
Hmm.
Like, cause Nate and I even discussed that, like, if we were to have kids, childcare. Yeah, he works from home, but he still has to work.
Hmm.
And then when he have to travel, it's like, oh, we have to put the kid in daycare because I'm at work.
That's
But yeah, childcare, looking at some of the pricing, some is like 400 a week. That's some people's entire paycheck for the month.
hmm
So it's like I need a show that adequately, like accurately depict childcare costs in a show because it'd be frustrating me. They'd be like, I'm gonna drop so and so off at daycare and go to work at the supermarket. I'm like, hold up. Ain't no way that supermarket job is paying you that much to put
somebody
your child in daycare.
somebody's doing them a favor because ain't no way. Like childcare is
Yeah.
expensive.
And that also affects like
Food.
how the depiction of relationship. People are like we can just have a baby and be fine. That childcare cost gonna take out one of y'all's paychecks.
Hmm.
And then there's also like having the child to fix the relationship, and it does in some TV shows.
Don't
I'm
lie.
like, now y'all know y'all lying.
That's a straight up lie.
No, y'all know y'all lying. Y'all
Dude,
be lying.
that child is going to make things worse, if not keep it the same.
Yeah,
Um,
so it's like I'm getting tired of like some depictions are, I can say, a little bit more feasible,
mhm,
like the relationships and what is that show called? Empire.
mhm.
Like I found those to be a little bit more realistic than some of the other shows
Yeah, because
because like
well,
you can feel the anger and the hatred and just like all of it, like the fact that they all had to like work on their relationships with each other.
and it also showed the time that they struggled too. It's like
Yeah,
this empire was not built in a day. It took time. It took
like my
years.
favorite episode though was when Cookie showed up to the recording place, whatever the Empire building, whatever the building was
Hmm.
called, and just wreck shit with the baseball bat,
A beautiful episode.
including what the Lucius. She hit his ass in the head. She was like, you know what? I felt her anger
Hmm.
because she sacrificed so much for him to be successful just for him to throw her in the dirt
Hmm.
and didn't even explain to their sons what happened.
Fuck nigga shit. Uh,
And she literally had to fight for a relationship with her sons because they're like, you just abandoned us, da, da. And she was like, you know what I did to make sure you have what you have now? She was like, I took the fall for your father so he could build this empire that you guys are all leeching off of. But I'm not gonna lie, she did beat the shit out of her son though
she did.
with that damn broom. I'm like, he deserved it because that was disrespectful.
You're adult now. You can get an adult ass whooping.
Man, he
Uh,
got that full ass whooping. But also like the depiction of the was it the oldest son? He had severe mental health issues, but he
Trey.
refused to get help for it in the was it the wedding?
Hmm.
Where he had that whole meltdown and he tried to and Lucius pulled a gun on him. It was just wild. Like You could see like how much they were worried for their son, but they didn't know what to do.
Hmm. That was I need to rewatch Empire. That's the
So like
one thing.
I feel like
Yeah.
Empire had a this it had its flaws. Some parts were just a bit okay, a little bit too much, but I can see like the dynamics. You could tell again that they were broken,
Hmm.
but they gradually started to mend because they worked together, they talked. Okay, they did a lot of yelling, but given how much anger, resentment was built up,
It
that
was obvious why
yeah, it,
they're not a family that communicates.
no, especially when it boils down to the fact their father never told them why their mother went away properly.
Hmm. Fuck nigga shit.
Yeah, and that's why she beat the hell out of him with that baseball bat and broke everything in the building. I'm like, is there no security in this building? Because she just walked in
Or
all nice and
who the fuck
drunk with
gonna
the base.
touch who the fuck is gonna touch Cookie Line? Let's be real.
Okay, you right, because she did fuck some bitches up. Like she threw old bitch on the table.
She don't play. But
Yeah. I think another thing that also fucked up relationship ideals and goals is love and hip hop.
girl, we are not going into because I agree, but this episode is going on long enough.
Yeah.
Why would
Well,
you say that? Why would you
we
say
can make an
that?
episode about how love and hip hop has fucked up a
Ooh,
lot of ideals and goals.
I'm going to add that for November because I can go in on this subject. I feel like I actually
Because
have, but yeah, this
like
bring
love
it
and hip
back.
hop have done so much damage for a lot of things, but it's still not to continue.
Child, fuck that
And don't
shit.
get me wrong, I'm actually quite proud of some of the characters for the growth that they've shown over the years.
Hmm.
Like I'm not gonna like Mariah Lynn used to be messy as hell, but she's calmed down quite a bit. She's like, listen, that's because she now has full custody of her younger siblings. And that she was like, I finally have them. I'm gonna do everything I can to stay with them. So she calmed down a lot of her fighting habits. And they're like, I'm proud of you. But that's because I watch a lot of her stuff on the side. They don't show that in Love and Hip Hop.
Hmm.
They just like showing the messiness. But Love and Hip Hop is messed up
It's a horrible show, and I haven't watched it since like ever. Like since they went from New York and went to Atlanta. Like that was the last one. That was back with Jim Jones. So it's been years for me. But Shane, let's do
what's
one
up?
quick never have I ever, and then I'll close everything out. So the never have I ever is never have I ever had sex with a virgin.
No.
I want to say no, but I think I have, and it was someone who was the only reason I say I think I have because the person was inexperienced. Um, it- this was like
That could be for
years
a
ago.
lot of that could be a lot of reasons though too.
Yeah, this was shortly after we graduated. Uh,
Because like not all of us were thought and bopping back in the day.
facts, facts. I ain't getting to my thought and bop until actually after we graduated.
Yeah, that's when a lot of people hit their thought and bopping age.
It's like no shade towards Mercer, but I wasn't really looking for anybody there. Granted, I did like hook up with some people at like Fort Valley every now and again, but
Yeah. Mercer, they gossip too much.
exactly. So I was not trying to fuck around at Mercer High. Not at
Mercer
all.
High. Man, college movies also fuck up relationships, but that's another conversation too.
Exactly.
College movies make it look so simple and easy. Like, are you going when you get to college, you're gonna do nothing but drink, fuck, and
And
pass
that's it.
classes.
That's it. That's it. And it's a whole ass lie. No, college is
Man, you
hard.
spend hours, depending on your major, you spend hours in the library just reading the same page, trying to figure out what the fuck it means.
Exactly. Trying to say,
It's
I
like,
don't need tutoring and fail that one class, and then you're in the tutoring center all
man,
the time. Every
I was
single
in the ARC. I was in there. I'm like, so how do you do this?
look, I need help.
And there's no shaming, but yeah, college movies, loving hip hop, that should college and hip hop, that should be a a course.
Oh God. Well, Shane, do you have any last words that you would like to share with the audience before I close this out?
At the moment, don't watch Jerry Springer because Jerry Springer is really funny for failed relationship goals. Unless it comes down about the best friend coming out to whoop someone's ass because you're pregnant.
Ooh,
That's different.
yes.
Because
Look,
I'm like, that will be me and my crew. You can't fight. Don't worry, mama. We got you.
look, we swing. On
Vernon
that
will take
note,
the guys and the girls will take everybody.
and I do choose violence these days. Like I could fuck a
And we
person
will
up. I'm
swarm them like some lionesses. We're like, let's go.
okay.
And we all in different heights and sizes. Oh yeah, we got every range.
I would rather talk to people, y'all. Don't listen to her. I'm not a violent person. We
No,
have
we're not a
conversation.
violent group until you provoke us.
Exactly. We will rather talk. Let's talk about
We
things.
will roast you, chew you up, and spit you back out. But if you come back for more, then we'll stomp you out.
I'm done. On that note, before anybody gets sent to jail,
Who going to jail? Who getting caught? Who calling the police? This is.
oh, I'm joking. Thank
We
you,
know how to run and climb fences. We grew up in that era.
girl. Do we still got the knees? Come on.
I still have energy to run away.
Okay, you're right. Well, the way my ankle's set up, I won't be running no
Listen. Jail is at the end of that line. I'm running away from it.
facts.
We too pretty to be in jail.
I told somebody that the other day. I was like, no, I'm too cute to be in jail. I'm not doing this. We're not doing. And then I have too much mouth to be in jail. I'm not trying to get beat every fucking day because look, I know my fucking rights.
Like I have no hair, so what the fuck they pulling? We fighting for reals.
Girl, okay.
I have too much mouth, and it's like I have no hair. You can't pull my hair. We fighting for real. You either know how to run these hands, or you can shut up.
Look, exactly. And this is why I said,
Like I'm already in jail. I'm used to prison, the entire prison as a weapon at that point.
bruh, we will have. I told my therapist this. If I go to jail, there will be a riot.
Oh yeah,
There will be
I'll
a riot.
cause one by accident. Honestly,
Like I'm the wrong person to have behind bars because you're going to have a lot of educated motherfuckers who know their rights who are just going to be like, look, we're going to protest first, and then we're going to like take some shit up.
uh-huh.
What you got? It's 500 of us motherfuckers. It's 50
Uh-huh.
y'all. We do math now. We understand the math now.
We can math. The math is mathing.
Don't let it be more than 500.
Ooh.
Cause look, you know what? Let me not. Let me not.
Yeah, let's not get on the FBI watch
Bro,
list.
they're gonna be like, y'all heard that? Y'all heard that? Send somebody.
Man,
Send
they're
somebody
probably in
now.
their camera right now, like these two motherfuckers right here. Can't stay on topic. Full of nonsense. They should
Now
not be allowed to do anything together ever again.
they're planning things. They got a coup going. I am the new Trump. Okay.
But we ain't orange, we brown. We a glorious brown.
A glorious. We glow. We glisten.
Mhm. We moisturize. Drink
Shane,
our water and
thank,
mind our business.
thank you so much for coming back onto the podcast. I love you so much. Oh my God.
It's been a while. I missed you.
It has been. And
But I had to get my mind right before I could do anything else.
yes, it's needed. To the listeners out there, thank y'all so much for listening to this long ass episode of the Loki podcast.
That makes no sense.
Exactly.
I think we might have to redo it just to be again.
It's your fault. This is on you. I'm gaslighting. Yes, we do that.
This is your show, sir. You should know how to control me, handle your situation. Don't blame the guest.
You're right. I'll take that. I'll take that.
Now I'm gaslighting.
It is. But sorry. Just in case no one told you this today, you are beautiful. You are worthy of happiness and joy. You are enough and then some. You may not live up to the expectations of others. We will fight, but that is okay. You are only required to walk in your own shoes. May each day you live lead you towards abundance. With that said, love you all and see you next episode.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you for listening to the Holiloquy Podcast, where we step out and speak on sexuality. You can subscribe to the podcast through your favorite podcasting app and find us on the web at www.holiloquy.com. That's www.heauxliloquy.com. Share the podcast with your friends and join the conversation.